Have you ever wondered since when and why we started using pens for painting or writing, and to what extent it differentiates us from the other human species? Before answering that question, let me show you some of the earliest archaeological discoveries created by our ancestors. These are the Egyptian hieroglyphs created more than 5,000 years ago, and these are some examples of the Phoenician alphabet. Phoenicians borrowed this ox head symbol from Egyptian hieroglyphs for taking notes of livestock tradings, and that eventually evolved into the letter A we're using today in Latin script. In ancient China, most people believe that the earliest written language founded is called the oracle bone script, which is basically the language engraved on turtles' plastrons for spiritual events. But an interesting fact is that among all of these engraved records, archaeologists found the use of such characters which they believe are correspond to the characters of bi and ce in modern Chinese, which means pen and book in English. It means that even it's a bit contradictory to our intuitiveness, but some sort of commonly recognized writing instrument and form were already being used ahead of engraving on animals' bones and shells. But what happens before written language even existed? How did people convert their imaginations into something tangible? The answer is painting. This sensational artwork belongs to a place called the Cave of Altamira today. They are more than 16,000 years old now. Pretty hard to believe, isn't it? And so does some of the French specialists after they were founded in Spain by Maria and her apprentice archaeologist father Marcelino in 1879. These paintings are just too sophisticated and intact for them to believe it's true. And because of that, they were being accused of forgery for quite a long time. But ironically, in 1994, a bunch of similar caves were discovered in France, but even older. They are mostly 36,000 years old, consist of 450 murals with 14 different kinds of animals including deers, rhinos, aurochs, and etc. And today we're naming it the Cave of Chalvin. Without fancy tools, our ancestors simply picked up their mineral pigments around them, depicted their fantasies about this mysterious world into the rock across thousands of years of time, just like we're writing on a paper, painting on a canvas today. This special talent has dramatically improved the communication between each other, constructed a collective memory, conformed a cultural advantage, and eventually manifested in the computation with other human species. Yes, a big brain and a limitless imagination might become the womb of hypocrisy and deception. It might mix our odyssey from a small vulnerable group in Africa to the most arrogant species of this planet, filthy and brutal and full of blood. But don't you forget, in those days when humanity was winding down unstoppably, it is also those great individuals from us who picked up their pens, using their paintbrushes, guiding the scattered dying humanity towards a brighter isle like a lighthouse. So if you ask me why are we so special, I guess my answer is because we believe in future, we believe in imagination.